Hello, good morning. Welcome to Gist with Dami, and this is a special welcome to all my billionaire gang members. And today we're going to be talking about one of the greatest women in the world. Let me use that word. And she's Oprah Winfrey. She's 65 years old, and she's often regarded to as American media executive. I think she has once been referred to as North America's first black multi-billionaire. She has also been called the greatest black philanthropist in American history, and she has also been named as the most influential woman in the world. She's worth 2.5 billion US dollars as of today, if not more. I think that's much. She should be worth more than that. The point is, we're going to be talking about this woman, and I'm going to be sharing with you my personal take-home lessons from her life. We all know Oprah Winfrey, like everybody. If you have a phone and you don't know Oprah Winfrey, then I don't know what you're doing with your phone. Anyways, let me tell you what I have learned from her, what I know about her. There are so many things to talk about in Oprah Winfrey's life, but I'll just be talking about a little bit and what I've taken home as a lesson from that aspect of her life. Now, Oprah Winfrey was born into extreme poverty. I'm using the word extreme so that you understand what I'm saying. She was born into extreme poverty. Her mother was a single mother, a teenager. I think she had a one-night stand and resulted in pregnancy. And another thing about her mother is that she was a housemaid when she gave birth to Oprah Winfrey. Now, Oprah Winfrey said she was molested during her childhood to early teenage years. She even got pregnant at the age of 14. She gave birth to a premature baby boy, and the baby died. Like, I don't think anybody could have, there can't be anything worse than that. She was born into extreme poverty where probably you feel, oh, okay, this is the best that can happen to me. Maybe when I grow up, so I'm going to be a house help or housemaid like my mother. But no, she rose above that, and today we're calling her the most influential woman in the world. I said she gave birth at the age of 14 to a premature baby that died. When she was young, after she was born, she was handed over to her grandmother who raised her. I think at the age of 2, 3, her grandmother started teaching her how to read and write. After that, her grandmother took her to the church where she was nicknamed the preacher, because at that small age, she was able to memorize the Bible passages and recite them. So she was nicknamed the preacher. Her grandmother taught her to read, yes. And one thing I noticed about Oprah is she was not a shy person. In life, I've come to notice if you're a shy person, there is a limit to how much you can achieve. Yes, there are some shy people that are breaking that barrier and they're like achieving greatness and all that. But the point is, if you're shy and you are keeping yourself in that your closet, like, oh, I'm shy, I don't want to go out, oh, I'm shy, I don't want to talk, I'm shy, I don't want to this. There is a limit to what you can achieve. There is this popular saying, a closed mouth is a closed destiny. If you keep your mouth closed, let me say your destiny is closed, so to say. Even the Bible says, ask and it shall be given unto you. If you want something and you don't open your mouth and ask, there is no way you're going to get it. If you want something from me, for example, both of us are sitting down together, we're gisting, and there is this my shoe that you really like, and you cannot say, damn, see that your shoe, I like it. Who knows, maybe I'll be in a good mood to give it to you. But if you keep short and you don't say it, there is no way I'll know such a thing is in your mind, and there is no way you're going to have it. So, shy people that refuse to talk, that refuse to get out of their closet, that refuse to come out of their comfort zone, it's going to be very hard for them to succeed, because you're limiting yourself, you're using your mouth to close down your destiny. That is the way I see it. You might disagree with me, fine, but that is the way I see it. Now, as I was saying, she wasn't a shy person at all. According to her, her grandmother taught her a positive sense of self. Her grandmother instilled into her to be outspoken, that if you have anything to say, say it, nobody will kill you. That is how I see it. Anything you want to say it, nobody will kill you. There is one adage in Yoruba, let me interpret it in English, that even if people want to talk, it's not going to be plastered on your shirt or on your forehead or something. If somebody calls you stupid, it's not going to be written on your forehead that this person calls you stupid. The way you take it is what will determine the effect of that word in you. Our grandmother taught her a positive sense of self, which means whatever she thinks of herself is what she is. Because she wasn't shy, she won the most popular girl in school as a black kid back then, in a school dominated by whites, in a school where most of your black colleagues, their parents are working as house helps for the white parents. You can imagine she came out and she won the most popular girl in school. She also won Miss Black Tennessee beauty pageant. You cannot be shy and win a beauty pageant. I remember I once tried out this beauty pageant thing. my sister now walk, or those people doing it. Hey, when they tell you to catwalk in front of the judges, it was then I knew I could not wear high heel. I used to think I was a high heel pro before, but when it was time to walk in front of people, I knew that it was walk. I was a shy person growing up. I consciously tried to get out of that shyness. Like, I can't be shy. I remember when I was in school, I was a worker in Redeem. I joined the Bible study department, and we had to stand in front of people to preach. I was like, oh God, every day, like Saturday night before Sunday, I start praying to myself and practicing and telling myself, I have to be able to do this. When you're shy, it's going to be very hard for you to be a leader. It's going to be very hard for you to control your destiny, because you will naturally sit back and take everything that is thrown at you. But when you're outspoken, when you're not shy, what's the opposite of shy? I don't know. But when you are not shy, you take charge, you take control of everything, and things work the way you want them to be. That is one of the take-home lessons from Oprah Winfrey. She wasn't shy, she was fierce, she took everything, like she controlled her destiny. Let me use that word. She controlled her destiny. Another thing I will say about Oprah is, after she left her grandparents' place and went to her dad's side, because the mother was tired of her, like, okay, come and go to your father's side. After she relocated to her dad's side, she started working in a radio house. From what I read about that, the radio house she was working was ranking last. And after Oprah Winfrey joined them, they ranked first. And the reason why they were able to do that was that she wasn't hiding her emotions. Let me use that word. She wasn't hiding her emotions. She was letting herself go completely. Like, if somebody calls into the radio station and they are sharing their story and Oprah Winfrey is moved to tears, she doesn't hold it back. She lets it out. Because of that, people were able to connect more with her. Oh, this person is really feeling how I'm feeling. There is a way you're talking to someone that the person is just looking at you like, oh, okay. Even you will not want to share. But when you can feel it, that this person is connecting with you, this person is to some level feeling what you're feeling, there is this way you feel like, okay, let me open up more to this person, let me talk more to this person. Because of that emotional package, let me use that word, because of how she is, she let out her full self. She was able to raise that radio's ranking, the radio house's ranking, from the last to the first position, and it became the number one in America. Another thing I will say that I noticed about Oprah Winfrey is, while she was working in that radio house, she put in her 100% completely. At that point, she was probably not even thinking, oh, I'm going to branch out and I'm going to start my own show, I'm going to branch out and I'm going to do my own thing. But at that point, when she was working with them, she put in herself 100%. When some people are working for someone, they're like, it is not my company. After all, it's only paying me peanuts from all the millions that the person is making. After all, my salary is very small, so why should I put in my best for this person? Oprah did not have that mindset. She put in her best. She helped another person to grow his own business. And there is this blessing attached to when you help someone else to put up their own. There is no way your own promotion will not come. If you put in yourself 100% into another man's business, there is no way your own upliftment will not come. It's just like this Igbo people's system of business. You go to the village, bring one person from your village, train the person in your business. After the person has invested himself and all that in your business, when the person is leaving, you give the person money to go and start his own business. What that person has learned while the person was under you, for example, if the person puts in himself 100% into your business to make your business grow and all, when the person actually starts his own, that same energy and even more is what the person will put into his own. But when you're being like a bicycle about another person's business, like, I beg, is the Oga, I've done the best I can do, when he's ready, we'll come and finish the rest. That lazy attitude will definitely follow you even into your own personal life. It will follow you into your own personal business. And before you know it, you're practically running down your own self. When Oprah was working for that radio house, she put in herself 100%, make it the best in America, and by the time she actually started her own, she was able to build up on the experiences she has gained and the selflessness that she was able to put into that person. So she was able to put it in her own too, and right now we're talking about her as the most influential woman in the world. What more can you probably ask for? I'll be sharing so many quotes from Oprah Winfrey throughout this week, just for you people not to forget that, yes, I talked about Oprah Winfrey today. I'll be sharing more quotes from her, more of her life lessons from her, and I hope that for those of you that are following me, you'll be able to keep up, and I hope we will be able to apply what we are learning from her into our own personal life and watch ourselves grow. Don't worry, somebody said he's a few millions away from being a billionaire. I hope you two are a few millions away from being a billionaire. And thank you for watching my video. Thank you for following me on my YouTube. Thank you for subscribing on my YouTube. Thank you for following me on my Instagram. Thank you so much and hope to see you soon. Bye bye.